See the shadow on the wall. How could it be standing tall? Guess the shape, that's the frame. Play this fun little game. Who's that figure in the dark? Mystery leaves a mark. Outline tells a hidden truth. Who is hiding in the proof? Silhouettes in the night, guessing the mystery right. Who is it I'm gonna find? Guess the shadow on my mind. Could it be a friend or foe, standing there in shadows glow? Is it someone that I knew? Silhouette shows just a clue. Tracing lines with my eyes, shake that holds a sweet surprise. Guess again, try to see who's this shadow gonna be. In the dark where lights don't reach, silhouettes they start to teach. Every curve and every line, gonna crack this case just fine. Oh! Silhouettes in the night, guessing the mystery right. Who is it I'm gonna find? Guess the shadow on my mind. Could it be a friend or foe, standing there in shadows glow? Is it someone that I knew? Silhouette shows just a clue. Tracing lines with my eyes, shake that holds a sweet surprise. Guess again, try to see who's this shadow gonna be. In the dark where lights don't reach, silhouettes they start to teach. Every curve and every line, gonna crack this case just fine. Oh! Is it I'm gonna find? Get the shadow on my mind.
Be mainly DC and Marvel, but there are a few outliers. Oh, you meant all comics. All comics, some comic strips, I guess, too. But I think the strips were put into comics, so. And how are you, Outcast? I'm just eating some Reese's Pieces while we wait. And it's good to see somebody here before the credits end. Okay, but my volume is low. How am I now? And the chat box is wrong too. Okay, let me. Okay, manage. Let me get the chat box right. Let's pop it out first. About switch just a little bit. I can put it up a little bit. Oh, also I know what the problem is. It's not right out in front of me. It was in behind my tablet. How am I now? Okay, there we go. I was gonna test out something. My boss, we were got talking today, and he was saying that maybe putting a 10-second timer before people can say anything might be good. That way it gives everybody a chance to see the picture. But I'm not sure whether that'll work, because Alk will still see the picture first and be able to type in the chat, and the 10-second countdown will end for him first as well. Not Elk. Sorry, Alpha. Yeah, it would be about the same no matter what, because it's gonna, the 10-second thing will still end at the same number of seconds that you guys are different than Alpha no matter what. I'm just trying to find Alpha gets a leg up because of that. So I'm just trying to figure out a way. I wonder if I went with 5 seconds saying Alpha can't, but that's wrong. He can't help what his internet is. I don't know. Well, although you might see a little bit of a change in the leaderboard. Hey, Metal. I think Alpha actually just has a crystal ball missing the image even before you put it up. How are you, Metal? On my TV, when I'm watching the show, I put the comments on my TV. They pop up faster than they do on the chat. Oh, wow. So, as you might notice, in the leaderboard, a name has been taken off. Elk Parasocial has been banned from the channel at this time. I don't know whether I'll let him back or not, if he even wants to come back at some point. I'll get into it later if you guys really want to hear the story. Really, a lot of it happened Tuesday night, but I only want to go over it once in this thing, so if anybody wants to know, that'll be a bit later. Yeah, so, yeah. So just between your TV and your computer, it's a completely different thing. No, he is the other Canadian. Well, I was gonna say was, but he still is Canadian, and I don't think there's a British guy in my chat. I could be wrong. Well, I probably had British people in my chat before, for sure. It's just as of late. No, I can see the comments on the chat, on the chat of your screen, and I can see the comments on my TV screen as well. So both simultaneously on my screen. Ah. And which they come up in your, which do they come up faster in, the one on my screen or your screen? You get what I mean, I think. Probably on my screen it'd come up a little bit later because it's the viewing, because I'm just looking at the chat It probably comes up a few seconds. Yeah, but for me it's instantaneous, but it takes a few seconds for the image to get to you guys. The delay, you know, the 2 or 3 second delay. So we will wait till. What are we going to give it? 15 after or quarter after? Or 15 after and quarter after. I meant to say quarter after or 20 after. Write something on the chat so I can see how long it takes it to pop on. Okay. Hey. It even took a second for me for it to pop up on mine. Like a quarter of a second, tenth of a second. It took like 9 seconds. Wow. How long did you time it, Metal? How long did it take for you? It was like zero, less than a second for you. Metal's got some good internet too, apparently. He could give Alpha some run for his money. Well, I'd say we got two people. Well, we got two people here, but Metal doesn't want to contribute. Yeah, he doesn't want to ruin his negative point score, which is not official. Can you see whatever you're what are you typing on? Are you typing on your computer, phone, what? Outcast? Whatever you're typing on, is there a difference for that? So are you casting your phone to your TV? No, I'm using my phone. No, I'm using my TV and I'm using my phone to see the show. Oh, okay, so you've got both of them up. Is there a difference in the timing that you see stuff? Although it's probably way too small for you on your phone, but is there a difference in what you see on your phone? The timing? I know it's harder probably to see anything on the phone, but here, let me do a quick mark. I'll say when I do the mark. Now, that doesn't help because okay. Let me type in the chat. word now, and I'll get ready to press the enter button for when I do the mark. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, there's going to be like half a second between these two things. I'll hit the enter button and then do the mark. Okay. What about on your phone? Was it less seconds? Oh, it took like 6 seconds. Okay, so on your phone. Yeah, so I guess it's the TV that's giving you a real big delay. Okay, so I guess we will be starting at 20 after. And at the moment, it looks like you are going to be here all by yourself. Let's see if I can make any points. Yeah. Although maybe like last time, Alpha's being deadly silent and waiting to strike out of nowhere. Yeah, let's see whether you can catch up to Joshua. You've only got about 300 points, or just under 300 points to go. Yeah. I think the only person that possibly could catch Alpha at this point is Joshua. And I'm not even sure whether Joshua could catch him. Okay, less than a minute to go. So it's comic book characters, or possibly comic strip characters, from that first appeared in 1948. That had their debut in 1948. So here goes round one for the mun, for the points. do. And you gotta let me know if you're guessing or not, or just making a wild guess. Well, I'm gonna give a 30-second countdown just because. Hey, Alpha. Well, just because there's only two people here. And speak of the devil, but not the devil. Somebody better than the devil. Way better. Way better. Way better. Way better. 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 Okay, I was here, so I'll go with. You're not gonna go with the Riddler? Outcast? The Riddler wasn't your guess? I thought that was your guess. You know what? I'm taking that as your guess. Because you're right. It is the Riddler. Outcast. Sinestro did not appear for quite some time. Not till they changed up some things. I think it'd probably be another 10 years before Sinestro appears. The 60s, I think. They didn't do the science-based versions of characters. So, Outcast, are you glad I took the Riddler as your answer? Hey, Mike, how are you? So, round one went to Outcast with him sort of guessing the Riddler. It's making me. Well, you got to remember, Alpha has said, A, he doesn't know a lot about DC, and I think he could be just as in the dark in this period as you. No, whether he'll admit it or not. I think he has. Anyways, here's round two for the shoe. You gonna take a guess, Mike, or are you just gonna hit that like and share? And there will be a few Western characters. I will let you know that. Besides the Lone Ranger. Oh, I just said who it was. So yeah, the Lone Ranger. Do 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 do. So. Yeah, but at least they did it after two people guessed. Two people here. Because at this point, there's probably only one other person coming in. Well, hopefully we get more, but because as you might have noticed if you looked on the leaderboard, Elk slash Parasocial is no longer on there. He has been banned. I will go into it a little bit later if you guys want. he used performing. No. Anyways, round 3. And it could be free. I don't know what the dog from the Mormon show is. Well, we do have a right answer in the chat. I will give you that. And here it is. Goliath. Hey, Davey. So Outcast gets it again. Outcast is starting to dominate this topic. Davey and Goliath. I didn't know it was Mormon. Well, I'm accepting his answer of Goliath as his answer, not the dog from that Mormon. No. Because that's not a name. It's like when I've said before when people guess something, you got to be a little bit more specific than just. So round 4, let's find out who scores. Are you guessing or not, Outcast? Is Seal Seal your answer? Outcast? Just Seal. Okay. Well, unfortunately, neither of you are right. This is Shmoo. The Shmoo. I think that's how you, Shmuko? Yeah, Shmoo. Shmoo. Well, it seems not with number 4, nobody scored. Now for 5. Will you be able to jive with 5? I don't know. Bye bye, Shmoo. Okay, this one, although, yeah. Yes, it's the fiddler. He was fiddling around. The clue was right there. But it's good that you're just trying to guess, Alpha. So Outcast have jive for 5. Now it's round 6. Can he make it a fix? Okay, you're not going to put a guess? Then I take it. So, well, Alpha, if you had just put Mary, although it would have been spelled differently than this one, I would have given it to you. This is Mary Pemberton, girl of 1,000 gimmicks. And her Mary is spelled Merry. Okay, so round 6 was not very fixed. But now we're on to round 7. Will it be any sort of heaven? Well, this is a kid, but this is not the Calalco kid. This is the Two Gun Kid. So it's not Roy Rogers either. Well, see, what we need to do, although this isn't a great point episode, it is a learning experience. They're like, I don't want to learn, I want points. So, round 8, let's learn your fate. Yeah, let me know whether you're just thinking sometimes or whether you're passing up. Although I say guess no matter what, you never know. Look at your first one. You're saying, is that the Riddler? And you got it because it was the Riddler. The thing is, what you should try and do is pull up, type into Google, although it's probably not close enough to a computer, characters that came out and first appeared in 1948. Too many characters with ray guns. That is true for that time. So just guess one. Well, this one's got a ray gun and a most likely a cape, from what you can see, and can fly. Okay, I'm gonna ask Alpha whether he thinks I should give it to you. This is Ace Hart, the Atom Man. No, I think the Mighty Atom is the DC one that you're thinking of. Mighty Atom is Astro Boy's Japanese name in English. Oh, okay. Okay, unfortunately, then I guess your fate has been sealed. So, round 9. Will it be just fine? With all these kind of... It was a time of westerns. What can I say? Marvel or Timely or Atlas, whatever it was called at the time, strayed away from doing really superheroes. They did a lot of westerns in this time. Well, you were close. I did think of using him possibly, but no, this is not Tex Taylor. This is Kid Colt. We knew this week was going to be a hard week. No, Woody like Toy Story is dressed like him. He came way before Woody. Like 50 years? Although I think Woody's shirt is brownish. Or is that his vest? Okay, round 9 was not all that fine. So here we go with 10. I have no words that go with. So put down your pen and get ready to type. For it is time for round 10. Well, you guys are close. It's a bear. Jeez. Like you didn't know. No, this is Jasper Bear. Or Actually, it's not even Jasper Bear. It's Jasper Simpkins, who is a bear. So we're on to round 11. Will this have the same results as round 7? Do, 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 do. Looks like somebody went for my suggestion and went to Wikipedia or typed in their Google. Hey, Flit. Close, Flit. But Outcast is right with Sun Girl. Hey, no, you didn't miss it quite. We're only on round 11. We got 4 more rounds to go: 12, 13, 14, and 15. How are you, Chris? Um, So round 12. Here we go. I could fast forward. Well, that's smart because you're in the here and now. Maybe you could make a guess. And feel free to copy people's answers if you think they are correct. And how are you, Flit? Okay. Well, I'm taking that as your answer. Are you going to make a guess here, Chris? Let me know one way or another. Are you even hearing me, Chris? Because you're a little behind. Well, you're answering no. That I know automatically that you can't hear me then. No guess? Okay. Well, we do have a correct guess in the chat, and it is Flit with Funny Man. Tonight is not Alpha's night, but I must say Outcast has been dominating. Tonight, what's it feel like to be dominating tonight, Alpha? Not Alpha, Outcast. So round 13. Are these specifically comic characters? These are comic book characters that first came out in 1948. It can be heroes, villains, whatever, but it's from comic books. It's like their first appearance was in 1948. So just not any character from 1948. Like Superman was around came out like 1938. So he would not be in this. Does that answer your question, Flit? Do, 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 do. So any guesses, Flit? Oh, Flit, we already did her. No, this is Mr. Blizzard, an enemy of Wonder Woman. Cold-based hero to go against Wonder Woman. Okay, is that penguins? What's the penguin for, Mr. Blizzard? Probably the least known DC cold guy. So bye bye, Blizzard. Here's round 14. Do, 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 do. Okay, is nobody guessing? For me. I think you meant freeze, but Outcast, any guesses? He's trying to searchingly, frantically looking go through this list on Wikipedia. Ooh, could it be this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one? Let's go with Rex Riley. Well, unfortunately, you are wrong. This is Rex Morgan, MD. That was my second guess, obviously. Yeah. Okay. Round 15, the last round. And if you think it, I'm going to give you all a hint before you write anything, if you have it. This is obviously not an obvious character to what it looks like. Well, I don't think it is, anyways. So, this is round 15. You don't get the easy ones in round 15. Or this could be easy too. I don't know. Depends on who you are. Any guesses, Flit? Chris? Okay, I'm gonna assume Chris isn't. Couldn't remember the name. I'm gonna assume Chris isn't gonna participate. Yes, it is Gladstone Gander. So, what do I do? Flit or Alpha, I should say. I'm going to give you a point for Gladstone, so I'm going to give you third place. But the other guys got the actual full name, real name. But because you did get Gladstone, I will give you a point. If you didn't put the duck on there, I would have given you first place, but yeah. But I tell you what I will do, since there's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds. That's half the round, about half the rounds, just under half the rounds. I got points, and maybe not a lot, but I was thinking of. I know I've done it once before, but I think there was less than this that people got points in. I was gonna double the points for tonight, but yeah, I know you would say that for sure. Cause you dominated tonight. Triple points. I'm not doing triple. Okay. You can't see me writing this, but I'm writing double all points. Okay, that is saved. So next week is going to be shows that had an Easter special. Well, you know what? Timothy doesn't show up every week. Show up, participate, Flit. 7 o'clock Thursday nights. Seven Eastern, to be more specific. You mean like TV? Yeah, it can be TV shows, animated shows, you know, the whole spectrum of TV shows. Kids TV, adult, like shows like Little House on the Prairie. What's the name of it? With Bunker, Archie's Place. All in the Family. Could be any shows. Happy Days. Not that those are any of the shows that I'm using, but I'm just, or it can be, Arthur, the Smurfs. Yeah, so yeah, TV shows that had an Easter episode. Pacific. Good one, Metal. So, we've got a few people here, and you might as well, as some of you may have noticed, and I pointed out to some earlier here, you may have noticed a name missing from this list. Parasocial, aka Elk. Yeah, you just have to guess the show. You don't have to guess the characters or the title, the episode title. Depends on where you are in the world. Flip. You find out when the Eastern is and find out where you are different than that. You figure it out for yourself. Yes, but Elk Parasocial has been banned from the channel. Tuesday night, we got into a discussion, argument, whatever you want to say, call it, and over a disagreement, he ended up saying that I'm just an arancini maker, a rice ball maker. I would figure in an insulting way. Maybe not. I don't know for sure. And, called me retarded like twice. Basically saying I don't have sound reasoning either. When I was pointing out my reasoning, and all he would do is say, go look up this thing, and I didn't want to take the time to do it at the time. So he ended up getting banned. So he's now off that list. I've saved his stuff for points if he wants to use them, if he's hearing this. Not that there's a lot, for about 100 points that he had. But just in case, well, arancinis are rice balls, basically, with various flavors in them, like mozzarella, a Sicilian flavor, pizza flavor, whatever you want to inject, put the flavor in. Make the flavor, the filling out of, from, or you can start now. You're a little late, Joshua. Joshua was there to see me ban him too. That's a convenience. Put a terrifying, a tardiff. You, well. Yeah, probably it's the one that you're thinking about that always argued with me about the way I was doing various things in my comics. Was trying to edit me. Yeah, but you do it. There's to do it in jest and fun. I don't believe with the discussion argument we were having at the time, it was meant in jest or fun. Metal, but I think you know that too, so. Well, he was throwing it around like I'm just a rice ball maker. Like, just because I'm a rice ball maker, I can't know anything. it doesn't take that much intelligence to make rice balls. Or that's what I got the gist of it, anyways. Yeah. And usually he was wanting to use crazy, outdated. Sometimes they would have that definition 400 or 500 years ago. Well, I make right now. My job is making. Well, it's partly making arancinis. You know, I may be the only other employee, but the boss actually listens to me, and I'm trying to help him out in whatever way I can. Yes, it's making arancinis, which are rice balls. Yeah, I do. That's what the job is. Like, give me a sec. Yeah. Uh, Uh, unfortunately, no, I don't. I think he is on disability. I could be wrong, and I could have threw that in his face, but I don't do that sort of thing. So, let me pop out. Let me bring pop out chat. Don't worry. So that is an arancini, and that's got spinach and ricotta in it. That's just got mozzarella. That looks like Sicilian, possibly. Well, he was insulting me for the type of job I was doing. They are very delicious. I think that one's got mushroom in. I think this is the carbonara, which is cheese and ham. Yeah, they are. This is a cheeseburger one, basically ground beef and cheddar cheese. You know, I open and close for the guy. I even do the cash a little bit. You know, you know. I do. There's only about 2 or 3 things around that place that I don't do yet. No, I won't eat. Sorry, Alpha. My boss trusts me. I've been able to earn his admiration and respect in like a couple months. You can eat these nuts. So yeah, as I was saying, also next week is, like I said, Easter shows that had Easter specials. And just dunking, yeah, just the fact that it's what some would consider a pathetic, meaningless job. You know, like as Metal put earlier, like flipping burgers. But it's like I sort of said, he was saying it to me, anyways, saying the fact that, oh, you're just an Arnachini worker. What can you know? You know nothing because you're just an Arnachini maker, a rice ball maker. He wasn't dunking on the fact that I had a job. It's just the job. Oh, you're down here. I'm so much smarter because I'm not an Arnachini maker. If you're an Arnachini maker, you'll just have to be so dumb. You just make rice balls. What sort of intelligence does that take? Sorry, British people, for using a British accent. I don't know why I did that. Burgers are America's food. Yes, I can agree with that, Alpha. No, elk isn't British. Not to my knowledge. So it's just like I shouldn't mock him. Well, that's just the way that I was getting from him. Anyways, I gotta pray for him. I gotta forgive him. For this stuff. Doesn't mean I have to tolerate it. And obviously, I didn't. If he comes say sorry, maybe I'll let him back at some point. I don't know yet. You guys know me. It takes a lot for, I think, me to ban somebody. Well, most of you have been around for quite some time. Well, Flit and Joshua have been, of everybody here, has been here the longest. And everybody, can you make sure you like this and share it out to let people know? I know it's not in your best interest to get other people in here competing with you. But think of me. Let's make this more fun by getting more people in here. Who knows? Maybe you can get points. I couldn't tell if he was trolling sometimes. Unfortunately, I don't think he was most times, if ever, Joshua. I've talked to, he was with on mics and with Goodnight Spoon. We did a whatchamacallit, an escape room, a virtual escape room type thing. So I had the opportunity to converse with him over the internet. He was on a couple times here as well. way, well, a while back, like probably like a year ago. And he was on, I'm not sure who's been over to Mike Walter's channel for the mic stand. Mike had a thing on Sundays that he had a panel show. He'd let people come on and, be part of the conversation, whatever we talked about. So he was on that a few times, or more than a few. Metals talked with him before too, so. But I don't think he was trolling in the chat at all. Oh, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go over this one last time because Good Night Spoon does not know yet. Good Night Spoon, I think, left before that happened. So, and then in 2 weeks, trying to think of what the topic should be in 2 weeks. I was thinking famous cats. This is nonsense. I don't talk to people. Okay, people talk to you. Do you listen to people? When people talk to you? Are you listening right now while I'm talking to you? It's typing in the chat a way of talking to people. I think it is. Oh, it's good to be able to laugh a little. Now I got Metal pondering. My lips start moving. I'm typing. Are you sure you don't want to do it down like famous cat? Hey, I have never singled out a month for characters to be in. I just do the year. Famous cats, but do they have to have a the cat in their name? No. Like Garfield is not Garfield the cat. Garfield is just Garfield. Or there's I know Heathcliff, and there's Sylvester and Sylvester's son. There are some that if you just said Felix, I would accept that, or Fritz, or Blaze, I would accept that, but probably good to put. Or Garfield. Archibald. But for the cat, famous cat, it just has to be their name. I guess you could, if it actually has usually the cat with it, you could include it. But like I said, I would not be that Meadow says Flit. That's my favorite famous cat. There's a famous cat that debuted in October 1918. Okay, so you guys are now hip on the gossip, if you want to call it that, or hip on the events of Tuesday a little bit. The Cat in the Hat's name is just the cat. Well, if I use that, then guess what? All you'd have to do is say the cat or cat. But I don't know which ones I'm going to do because that's 2 weeks off from now. Next week is shows that had an Easter special. So, yeah, thanks everybody for stopping by. Um, I may be doing my thing Saturday morning. I may not. I might be going out with my dad. So, prepare to come by for Saturday morning for Insecto. Spilling tea edition. And I will say, for the famous cats, they can be live action cats or they can be cartoon cats. Just in case I choose one like Salem from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Although there's a cartoon version of him too, I think, so I could get him from that, but. Oh, we could always get Lucky from Alf. So yeah, good night. The tea goes into the harbor. And hopefully see you Saturday. Maybe Sunday? I don't know. I'm not saying that Salem's going to be there necessarily. I haven't decided yet. Oh, what are they doing tonight, Alpha? What's the topic at hand for Okay, what do you know what the topic is, Alpha? Comic named M Squad. Okay, so they're featuring somebody's thing. You just know the Thundercats. No, the Thundercats will not be in there twice. They might be in there once. Who knows? I don't know. Okay. Later, people. God bless. Doodling.